Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, at whatever time you'll be watching this beautiful, excellent, awesome, fantastic video. This is Kowa Nvulule Simon, and I'll be taking you through leadership, management, and governance. So today we are looking at a very interesting topic, and it is called the types of power. The types of power. So when we talk about leadership, management, and governance, there is this thing which is so potent, which is called power. And a person who is called a manager, a person who is called a leader, they need to possess power. And this is what makes them to be able to influence the behaviors, the attitudes, and the actions of others. So that's what we are going to look at today. And we are going to start by defining what power is. So we are saying power is the leader's ability to get things done through others. So a person who has power is someone who gets things done through others. Or in another way, we can say it is the capacity to affect the behavior, attitudes, or actions of others. For example, if an S in charge, talks to people and maybe teaches them how to do a certain procedure on the word, that is power, the power to influence the behaviors of others. Or maybe after warning someone that you should not be coming late to work. Otherwise, if you come late, you are going to be fired. That is power, the capacity to affect the behaviors, attitudes, and actions of others. So, without wasting much of our time, we are going to look at the types of power. And when we talk about the types of power, we have about 6 to 7 types of power that you need to know. And the first one is legitimate power. The second one is reward power. The third one is cohesive power. The fourth one is information power. The fifth one is expert power. The sixth one is referent power. And there's also another one which is called connection power. All right, so let's look at the first one, which is legitimate power. And we are saying this is the power that comes from a formal position or role within an organization. So a person who possesses legitimate power is someone who has been appointed to an official position. For example, if someone is given a job or a position as the manager, as the nurse in charge, as the nursing officer, as the chief nursing officer, they become a legitimate leader with legitimate power. Someone is elected to the position of the president, someone is elected as mayor. That person has got what we call legitimate power. Number two, we have what we call reward power. And we are saying this is the ability to give rewards or incentives to influence behavior, such as bonuses, promotions, and recognition. So a person who has reward power is someone who is able to give rewards or incentives in order to influence other people's behavior. So maybe someone does not have a position to possess legitimate power, but maybe they have money. So they can possess this particular power, which is called reward power, the ability to give bonuses, money to people. It gives reward power. It means someone has reward power. The third one is the one which we call cohesive power. And we are saying this is the ability to punish or enforce consequences to influence behavior. For example, warnings or disciplinary action, especially if an employee has committed an offense. And when a manager punishes or enforces consequences, that means they possess what we call cohesive power. Beautiful, excellent, amazing, awesome, fantastic, wonderful. The next one is what we call expert power, and we are saying this is the power derived from knowledge, skills, expertise in a specific area. So a person who has expert power is an expert in something. So this person possesses special knowledge, special skills, or just expertise. So in the hospital, you find that there are people who are just good at cannulation, so they possess expert power. There are people who are good at handling emergencies such as PPH, and if they are not there, no one is able to handle it like they do. Those people possess expert power. There are lecturers who know how to teach, who know how to lecture. If they are not there, students don't understand. If they are there, students understand. Those kind of lecturers possess what we call expert power. All right, the next type of power is the one which we call informational power. And this is the ability to control or access valuable information that others need. So a person who has information that is needed by others is said to have informational power. The next one is connection power. So connection power is a power which is based on a person's network or relationships with influential individuals. So this is very important to possess because they say it is not about what you know, it's who you know. If you think that quote is false, I should tell you that it is very true. And they also say that your net worth is determined by your network. And it should be the Bible which says, like, uh, as iron sharpens iron, so does a man sharpen the countenance of another. An African proverb says, birds of a feather flock together. So connection power is the power when you know powerful people, you also become powerful. That's the power of connection. So just being known or knowing influential people gives you what we call connection power. Then the last type of power is the one which we call referent power, which is my favorite. This is the power that comes from personal traits, charisma, or the respect and admiration of others. It's just the power that comes from the respect that people have for you, especially when you are an inspiration to them or you do things that inspire others. It gives you what we call referent power. And referent power is the greatest power of them all. You must all aspire to become a person who is going to have referent power. So those are the types of powers. And I just want to remind you that those who never give up will always go up. So for more things that I have done, I have this particular pamphlet which is called the Kowa Leadership Pamphlet, Volume 1. It has essays. And I also have this Volume 2, which has 500 multiple choice questions which are answered. There are NMCZ questions from 2021 up to 2025. It is going at 150 kwacha only. The Volume 1 Core Leadership Pamphlet is going at 100 kwacha only. And then I also have this Master Key to Nursing Exams. It is going at 150 kwacha only. And then there's also the Core Pharmacology Calculations Pamphlet going at 70 kwacha only. And then there's also these two books, Positivity in Action, going at 200, 20 Ways to Build Your Self-Esteem, going at 80 kwacha. Then there's also Radiate Positivity, which was my very first book, which is going at 100 kwacha. And then these are the contact details if you'd want to get any of my products. Always be the first to see the best in yourself, because if you don't, no one else will. And wherever you go, always remember to radiate positivity, and most importantly, put your positivity in action. Bye for now. Hey, woo.